Good day, folks. My name is Alan Morehead. I was born October 19th, 1830, to Joseph and Nancy Morehead. Now, my folks' people were from Scotland, and in Scotland our name was Morehead, which means keeper of the moors. Now, my daddy was born over to Virginia, and my mother over to Pennsylvania. Now, I was just a wee lad when we moved to the North Webster area, round about 1836, I reckon it was. Now, my daddy had acquired 160 acres of property along the Tippecanoe River, just west of my Uncle Ephraim's mill. I suppose you might be wondering about my curious lack of shoes. I see you keep looking down at them things. Well, to be perfectly honest, I never did much take a liking to shoes. In fact, even in the wintertime, I don't wear them. But take a look at these beauties. They're tough as cedar boards and dirty as sin. I suppose my lack of wearing shoes started round about when I was a boy. Looking back now, we were poor, but we sure didn't know it then. No, indeed, my daddy worked hard. He was strong as an ox. That helped him a good bit back then in those rough days, but it also got him into a whole heap of trouble round about the time he died. In fact, that is what killed him. My daddy, you see, was trying to break a fight between two fellers. Wasn't the first time he tried that, but this time, one of them rascals, and I'm using my language, seeing as we're in a cemetery, hit him square in the head with an axe. Killed him right there dead. Now, I was just a 20-year-old boy, and I took that pretty rough. Yep, those were wild days then, as you can tell by the way Daddy died. In fact, I remember a time that my brother Joseph and I were out in the woods, but we weren't in there long, for we come out there lickety-split, and on our heels was a wildcat. Now, boy, we thought we knew what wild was, but we had no idea what wild truly was until the war between the states started round about 1861. Yes, sir, that's when brother and cousin and uncle started fighting one another and killing each other in ways far worse than the way my daddy died. Yes, indeed, those were dark days. I would like to be able to tell you that war did not affect us up around here in North Webster, Indiana, but I just can't tell you that. No, sir. Boys from down the road, boys that were my friends, boys, my two brothers, in fact, went and fought in that war. I heard a figure one time that about 3,000 boys from this here county went and fought in the Civil War. Now, as I said, my brothers Franklin and Ivan went to fight, and they were in the 30th Regiment. Now, that regiment was called up and enlisted over to Fort Wayne on September 24th, 1861. Boy, I remember the day they left just like it was yesterday. Boy, it was a proud day for me. I was their older brother, and my two younger brothers was going off to save us and our rights. However, it also left a deep pit in the hole of my stomach. It was of comfort to know, though, that they will be together. Regiment 30, Company B. Now, boys was being killed and wounded there every day. As for me, I was nestled back safely on our farm. Now, as I stated earlier, they were wild days, and I faced some dangerous things, but not nearly as wild and dangerous as what them farm boys were facing. Yes, indeed, they were killing and being killed by other farm boys just like themselves. Now, we heard from Franklin and Ivan from time to time. Yep, Franklin was real good about writing us faithfully through the war. And Ivan started out that way, but he never had the chance to finish. No, sir, he died October 11th, 1862. That was another one of them days that I'll remember clear as crystal. A dark, dark day. Now, Franklin made it through the war, not without a couple wounds, but he made it through. He went on to live a long and happy life. He married in 1867, and he and his wife Caroline had 6 beautiful children. As for me, I never did marry or raise a family of my own. Nope, I raised crops and I raised livestock, and I raised a whole lot of memories. I lived with my widowed mother on her farm in Tippecanoe Township till she died in 1894. I then went on to live with Franklin boy Evard, just down the road still in our fine county of Tippecanoe. Yes, indeed, Tippecanoe Township is where I will remain.
Alan passed away November 4th, 1914, at the age of 84 years and 16 days.